Alrighty, Super Penny here, and with a really quick video just to say about a bit of a reality check for many people. Retro isn't aging very well. The end game for me, I see it going a lot of digital and what have you. I think the PS4 and the PS5 having all these collections of old games, maybe pick up some ROMs. I've got the 2, the 3, I've got some of the classics I want. Things are getting very, very expensive. So I'm picking the games that I really enjoy and like. I'm just going to keep and hold now, and rather than keep buying and selling and jumping back in, because now it's becoming unreasonable where I can't even pick up some of the games now. They're all games are disappearing or games are getting too expensive. But the reality check needs to be for a lot of people. If you're buying a game, maybe when you do buy it, just think you might hold that forever. If you can't resell it, why are you buying it? Think a little bit more. Just don't just pick up, it's a £5, just pick it up. If not, you're stuck with it. Buying high items that you're not playing, you're going to be stuck with them. I'm going to be very honest. I watch a lot of other people's content and I see them buying whole PlayStations, whole Nintendos and Wii's and all sorts of different niche sort of consoles, or maybe Jaguar or Commodore or whatever they're buying, but it's very niche. Buying very cheap or very weird games or girl games or horse riding games. These games hold no value. Now, a lot of the systems, I would say from PlayStation 1, there's probably a handful of games I would play. I would only probably sort of pay from PlayStation 1. Doesn't really appeal to me, so for me it's 10-15%. PlayStation 2, a lot of the 2D is still on there, so maybe 20-25%, but that's putting it quite high. I might have, I would say maybe maximum maybe 50 games, and there's a lot of games on PlayStation 2. PS3 now, from PS1 to PS2 to PS3, the graphics with the working out how you render all the graphics and how have you. PS1's very blocky. PS2 very good if it's 2D. The backgrounds in the 3D of the PS2 aged terribly. Especially a lot of the action games like God of War and a few other different things. PS3 as well, going up to PS4 to PS5 to see the latest gen. When you see in these big open worlds, you start to notice you start to really feel it. So PS3 again, if you've got hundreds and hundreds of titles, you need to reevaluate. You need to have a hard question. Why am I picking up? I want all of these, all the cheap they're picking up. You might not be able to resell them in the future. If not, if you're buying and holding a lot of these things and you're not particularly playing them. I see people going for full collections of things. You're not playing them, you're not really enjoying them, and you're buying them at the high end of the market, a lot of you. So you have to look at it in a crazy sort of way and think, I want to. For me, I buy games that are fun. But if you're buying at that high price, hundreds of pounds, for like 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, getting in, it's a big slog, and you'll probably never get that money back. And then you'll sell it in the future, and you might get a few grand or whatever out of it. And people do get bored. A lot of the times is once they complete the collection, they do get bored. So yeah, just have that in mind. I mean, old school classics. I mean, Mario Kart here, I can play that forever. Space Harrier, I can play that forever. The unique, very sort of classic retro games that I could jump in and play, like the SNES, I could probably play, be happily with 20 or 30 games maybe even less, maybe a handful, top 10. It wouldn't bother me. To say have hundreds, it doesn't impress me because you're never going to play them. I know a lot of the games are rubbish. You're not getting entertainment out of it. Just to have for have's sake, needs to be a reality check that you're not going to get that enjoyment out of them. And the retro market is getting more crazy and crazy and crazy. So yeah, just appreciate your games a bit more. Enjoy what you have. Enjoy the simple things, and that's what video games are about. And if you get too caught up in that whirlwind, not only are you going to pay a high price, but you're going to be filled with a lot of stuff that doesn't fulfill you with any joy. So just be mindful of that. And just remember that a lot of these games aren't really worth holding on to. So if you've got an affinity for it, a lot of games are entertainment, they're art, they're not just collectibles. And I think a lot of people just get that confused. So I think people enjoy the collecting more side rather than the enjoyment and the entertainment of it. And that's what we're all about on this channel, is the entertainment, the fun. We do like a bit of collecting, yeah, don't get me wrong, but yeah, don't get caught up in that whirlwind because it'll drag you down. And you just need to focus on the fun. Focus on the fun. And the harsh reality is that there's a lot of games out there. The vast majority of games are actually not worth playing, or actually not worth your time. So yeah, hope that message gets across to you, and it's a powerful one. And cherish what you have, and cherish what you do enjoy, and follow that. It'll give you even more joy. So yeah, take care.